got boo in the video?
Because I was with that person. Who name did he put in that caption when he posted my son? He has a way of doing the same thing over every time we fall out. He a our kid. Just, that's what I feel, okay?
Cash Rock reportedly got a new partner, and it already looks like she's getting into another relationship. Shorty has been working hard lately to change her image, recover, and appear unconcerned with Blueface Church's appearances. Live feeds in which she checks in with prayer and calming messages, discussing Don't Judge Me, while she quietly plans her next move, Triple Check. But she has given her redemption narrative a new dimension, and it's being challenged in real time. She believed the man would be her comeback partner. He isn't even glancing at her, yes. We have a lot of neglected energy and awkward silence in our cozy movie moment. Let's now discuss how we got here, because this isn't simply a coincidence. The next natural step in Crone's PR Lil Healing Tour was this. First, she brought us gospel rock. Sis attended church, sang a few spirituals, and even asked her followers to pray for her rather than try to get into the Sunday Best Redemption edition. Critics came for her. All right, then she went live and revealed that she was streaming and was attempting to get a Twitch check and some peace, I suppose. The next moment, she appears to be hiding something by sharing pictures of her newborn's face that have been lightly edited. Everything about it suggested damage control. You can't skip the healing process just because you wore a turtleneck and had communion. But we are not dismissing the growth if it is genuine. That's not how healing from trauma works, friend. Now let's get serious. We're not saying that man is innocent, but the timing was questionable because baby Blueface is presently in jail, and Crotch was already attempting to remove Blueface from her narrative before this new boo appeared. Sis began making occasional claims about him being harmful toward her and the child. To me, it seems like she chose this moment to cast him as the antagonist of her recovery arc, while he's unable to respond.
When I'm putting my foot down, and when I'm trying to leave that man alone, he spitefully go after our kid. Yes, I do fear that. When we're good, I don't fear him mistreating our son. That's when he's on his good behavior.
The new boo rollout then occurs just hours after the claims were made public. Friends with hair and nails done in the background are yelling as if she just received a bouquet. He appeared to be counting down the minutes until he could leave. Honestly, it wasn't where my gal was, but rather where my ride was, baby. Let's jump right into the scene that made the timeline stop in its tracks. Crone looked as though she had just discovered her new storyline, with her new wig laid out and her lashes flapping, infant on her hip. Sis was trying to be all smiles and be all affectionate. In contrast, the new guy stood next to her as stiff as a church usher during a heat wave. It's dry. The energy is non-existent. The man was more focused on his phone than he was on her. Didn't hold her hand. Didn't even pretend to smile. Additionally, it was really awkward when the sis over there tried to pose intimately like they had just announced a baby on the way. You know it's bad when your best friend is cheering you on louder than your partner is even reacting. Even the background music sounded unsure, like they were trying to create chemistry with volume alone. Y'all cute. Meanwhile, looking up at the ceiling, that man said, "God, please let me go." Basically, the mask reportedly came off later that night. According to people close to her, Calm was talking softly and had puffy eyes, as if she had just finished therapy. Sis was allegedly saying things like, "I just feel like nobody really loves me. I be trying to do right, and I still end up hurt," while sniffling and wiping her eyes. You thought you had turned a corner for a moment because despite all the chaos she was in, the little kid was still there. Underneath, confused, hurt, and needing real love. But after a while, she returned to her usual energy and began saying how the man wasn't ready for her. A real woman would be too much for him. Don't do that, please. He didn't actually ghost you. He just never showed up. Sis is trying to make it seem like she left while the man wasn't even fully engaged. And just when we thought she was going to walk away clean, she went live once again and said, I'd still get Luis's name tatted on my face on a low key. Mom, let me clarify. After crying about not being loved and being influenced by a new baby, you still want to tattoo the face of a father who has actually disowned his child? On tape, the man said he wasn't even sure the baby was his. Please take a breath. It's like she has a tracking device on her whenever she tries to escape the drama. Listen, we've all had an embarrassing ex, but you're acting like Blueface is the last lifeboat on the Titanic. It's exhausting. And the hardest part is this. While she tries to rebrand herself as a woman of faith, all this is happening. One minute she's shouting, the next, she's saying amen and talking about going all in for a man who treats her like an afterthought. This is what always gets me during a performance, because CN is really trying to show she's in her glow-up arc. She's baptized herself Liv and pulled on long sleeves to hide her past choices. She's been very deliberate about giving off the I'm healed now vibe. But behind the scenes, this girl is breaking quietly. Tears were welling up. Baby has no consistent emotional support, and she acts like she's the one doing the leaving each time. But deep down, we all know Chrome is still hoping someone will fill that emotional gap, and that emptiness is only getting deeper every day. Because if we take a step back, it's bigger than just her. The whole thing is a small example of a bigger issue. In today's world, people post Bible verses after dancing for attention, where guys can sit silently in the background and still drive the whole narrative, where moms try to fix their public image without doing the internal work, and social media is the biggest encourager of confusion. Everyone seems in love on camera, but off camera, there's unspoken rejection and unread messages. What we call content is really just highlight reels of people's pain. Crone's not the only one stuck. What hurts is that no one wants to say it out loud. She's just living the loudest version of her life online. Sometimes it's not the other person. It's you, your vibe, your past, your hurt that walks into every room with you, your unfinished heartbreak, and your healing phase clinging on with prayer and filtered hope. When he saw that Bluefist still had a hold on your heart, that new man didn't back off because you were too real. No grown man wants to compete with someone else's shadow. Sometimes a breakdown is the only thing loud enough to drown out your own illusions. The comment, I couldn't take her seriously with another man's name on her face, shows that even fans see what's happening. And it didn't seem like the guy wanted to be there, while she looked completely lost and confused. At this point, it's concerning. But what do you guys think? Is Crone truly ready for a new relationship? Or is she just trying to patch up a Bluefist wound with a rebound she barely knows? Do you think it's possible to rebrand while still carrying unresolved pain? If not, what does true accountability even look like? Lastly, can someone really save Cash? Or does she need to be the one to save herself first? Let us know in the comments how you're feeling.